Welcome, fans and collectors! This is Marvel and DC 379 with another review, and today we'll be looking at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Leonardo. And this is the repainted, re-released version with the new colored pads and the painted eyes. And I'm so happy to have him because, one, he's my favorite Ninja Turtle, regardless of what media or universe. And two, I finally completed my Ninja Turtles. So, enough of that. Let's get into the package. There's Nickelodeon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and there's that really awesome artwork of Leonardo. And it just says Leonardo, ages 4 and up, Turtles leader and king of katanas. And with these repainted, re-released figures, they usually have a word in front of them, like for example, Tech Donnie, but in this case it doesn't. And here's another package to show you for comparison. This is Hothead Raph. And I don't know if there's a word supposed to be meant in front of the word, because the Michelangelo I bought previously, it didn't have a word in front of his name, like Jokester Mikey. But when I go to stores, I have seen other Michelangelos with the word Jokester Mikey. But I don't know if there's supposed to be a word in front of Leonardo, not that I know of at least. So, if anybody knows, let me know. I would appreciate that. It's from Playmates Toys. Warning: choking hazards. Small parts not for children under 3 years old. And here's the bio. Leonardo, Turtles leader and king of the katana. Hardworking, honorable, and respectful, Leonardo is the Turtles' fearless leader, driven to be the perfect hero. Leo's inexperience and often rowdy brothers sometimes get in the way of his goal. Weapons: Nito Ryu, double katana swords. That is Japanese, so pardon my Japanese. And Team Ninja Turtles, obviously. So here's the other available figures. Though I did find it odd that Slash is on the villain side, since technically speaking he is an ally of the Turtles. He's just more of an anti-hero in the show. And you actually get pamphlets inside of the package to advertise the other toys. So let's get into Leonardo. Right off the bat, I do have to point something out. His toes on his feet, they do look different from the other turtles' toes, because if you look close, they look slightly more humanoid, while in the 2012 series they have a stylized turtle feet. So it doesn't bother me completely, but if you display him with his brothers, it is going to stand out a little bit. So he has a really good shade of green, like an orangish brown on his front shell, and there is battle damage on his shell, like some scuff marks if you can look very closely. And I really like that, since the Ninja Turtles, they are always fighting to protect New York. And obviously his pads are meant to match his mask, and the wraps are white, and for the back, there's this nice green for the back of the shell, and there is brown for the strap and his saya, or sheath or scabbard for his swords. So let's take a look at the head sculpt. It really does fit Leonardo. It's very happy, very smiley, but not to the point of looking goofy like Michelangelo, but it still fits, and you can tell he's a very happy Ninja Turtle. And like I said, since this is repainted, especially the eyes, I really like that, since Ninja Turtles, sometimes they have white eyes, sometimes they have normal eyes like this. What's your preference? For me, I like either or, like my other Ninja Turtles reviews. I like the all white eyes because it makes them more superhero-ish. I like these eyes because it makes them look more realistic. So, articulation, ball jointed head, hinged shoulder, hinged elbow, swivel wrist, hinge legs, and hinge knees. So, like the other turtles, excellent articulation. And for accessories, he does come with these pair of swords. Just let me get them out of his hand. And they look very nice. Here's the long sword and here's the short sword. You notice they're very different in length. In the show, I've always thought they were the same length in terms of the blade when I was watching the show, but I could be wrong. Maybe I just didn't pay attention. And here's a common myth about ninjas. Do they actually use katana? Well, yes and no. Let me explain. The ninja, they are assassins, they are spies. They would kill samurai and take their swords as trophies, or sometimes they would even steal the katana from the samurai houses or through other means. But they actually do have their own sword, which is called the ninjato, or also known as shinobi katana. And what makes it different from the katana is that, unlike the katana, which is known for having a very long blade and being curved, it has a much shorter blade and it's straight blade like this. Although this was called the katana in package, I don't know why. But for the ninjato, it's shorter and has a straight blade because ninjas are known for the stealth and speed, so it makes it easier for them to draw out of their sheath and slice their samurai rivals. But here's another thing. The ninjato might also be fictional because there's not enough physical evidence to prove the ninjato is real. And many believe that it's actually a fictional weapon in much more modern takes every time ninja are in media. But who knows, maybe the ninjato is real. Maybe they haven't found enough evidence because the ninja are well known for hiding their tracks, so that adds more to the mystery. And for the short sword, I don't know if this is meant to represent any other actual Japanese sword, but it does remind me of another one. And I don't know if this is meant to replicate it, but I'm just going to give information about that too. This sword really reminds me of another sword called the wakizashi. It's a short sword, and it was used by the samurai as a sidearm along with other swords such as tachi and katana. So, enough of that. You can hold it in his hands, obviously, or you can store them on his back sheaths, like so. So, hooray for weapon storage, and you can have him without the swords on his back. And another thing, the scabbard is removable. It's on a peg hole on his back. So, yeah, I really like that for a variety of options. I really do appreciate that. And like the other turtles, they do come with other weapons. They do come from a sprue, and I highly recommend cutting them out with a sprue cutter. So let's start off. Here's one thing that I'm not too familiar with, to be honest, but hey, they added it, so yay for accessories. He comes with a pair of shuriken. He comes with 3 of these, and these are called kunai. They're a multi-purpose knife-like weapon, and like most of ninja weapons, they were originally farming tools that are repurposed for combat and self-defense. And they come in all gray, and you can paint them if you want to add more detail and color. And they're very distinct for their diamond-shaped blade. Last and not least, he comes with this sword, which looks absolutely awesome. The blade and the wrapping on the hilt. And just like his katana swords, or if they're supposed to be katana swords, you can have it hold it in his hand, and that looks absolutely great. Just look at that. So enough of that, let's get into comparisons. And here's all 4 of the turtles, and they look absolutely fantastic together. And that's why I've been so excited to get Leonardo, because he is the last turtle figure I needed to get. And I just have that great sense of satisfaction having all 4 of the turtles together. And I've never had all 4 of the turtles before, not even as a kid when I actually played with toys. And this just looks great in any display. So I've completed my goal for completing the 2012 turtles. I just need to complete the other incarnations, such as 2003, the 80s turtles, the Mirage, original turtles, etc, etc. So my final thoughts, I am just glad to finally have this figure because Leonardo is my favorite turtle, and I finally have him to complete the whole Turtles team from the 2012 series. And I look forward to completing other turtle teams from other incarnations like the original Mirage Ninja Turtles, the 80s Turtles, the 2003 Turtles. And this is not a perfect figure by any means, but there's a lot of good things about this figure, like the detail, the articulation, the accessories. And I really do recommend him, whether he's your favorite turtle or not, if you're just a Ninja Turtles fan. So thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next video. So until then, Booyakasha! Come on, team! Shredder and the Foot are up to no good. Bossy Leo as always. I want to build something new so I can impress April. I'm hungry for pizza and ice cream.